Welcome back to Skyrim modding. I'm Bard's college graduate and I am beyond excited to finally showcase my picks of the absolute best and my favorite mods released the past year. This video is split into 7 sections of top mods: UI, immersion, environmental, graphics, weapons and armor, NPCs, and finally the single best quest mod of the year. Without further ado, let's begin with the most amazing user interface mods of 2023. Photo mode is a mod that finally adds the standard of modern games to Skyrim, a fully functional photo mode. This is a great tool with a lot of features that makes it easy for you to take the screenshots of your dreams without having to use console commands at all. You can adjust the camera in many ways, tilting it to a side, changing the field of view and toggling the depth of field. Even the environment can be manipulated. You can freeze or slow down the time, control the weather and the time of the day to find a perfect lighting and background for your photo. All this and even more in the photo mode settings, but the bottom line is, this is a much needed tool for Skyrim. Wheeler, Quick Action Wheel of Skyrim, is a mod that adds another modern game feature to Skyrim, a wheel menu for quick actions. This add-on makes the player's life easier by allowing you to browse your items or magic quickly to make it easier to find just the right thing for the moment. There are multiple wheels, and a single slot can contain 3 different items, so you can fit pretty much everything you need in these, from weapons to magic to potions. When Wheeler is open, the time will slow down, and the gameplay feels great and intuitive as you still have control of your character. No more jaggy inventory opening or favorites menu even. Wheeler fixes all of this with ease. Show Player in Menus is a mod that allows you to see your character when opening inventories. It rotates the player character to face the camera, and you can rotate him or her around in the menu, while for example trying out different armors on them. This mod works in both first and third person view, which is just great for first person players who don't see their characters as much. This is a simple plugin with a lot of customization options and simply works like a charm. Now, let's begin to look at everyone's favorite topic, the best immersion mods of the year, beginning with Improved Camera SE. This mod is another great pick for those who prefer to play in first person, as it allows the forced third-person animations to be played in the first person, such as horse and dragon riding, crafting, and werewolfing or vampire lording. The mod comes with a GUI to configure all the values to make the first-person animations and camera look just right, and all this just makes the first-person experience complete with immersion. Skyrim on Skooma makes acquiring this illegal substance finally worthwhile. This mod adds 69 possible scenarios and even more variations of them into the game, making you experience different, wild, minute-lasting trips. These scenarios can be anything from your wildest dreams, from transporting you to another realm, to making you experience the world in a totally different way. There is also a 25% chance of getting addicted to Skooma, which lowers your health, stamina and magicka, so be careful. You can also beg people to get you some more of it, and among other things, get in big trouble while getting blasted. Of course, I do not endorse you getting high on Skooma, but if you plan on doing so, get this mod and make it actually fun. And addicting? Whoops.
Skooma. Ah yes, the imported stuff. Yeah.
SkyClimb is a mod that finally brings a true climbing mechanic to Skyrim, allowing you to climb anywhere and anytime. Well, if there's a suitable ledge for it, of course. All you need to do is to approach a wall or a ledge and press the jump hotkey to climb on it. The mod procedurally tests for climbable ledges everywhere you are in the game world, and if a blue marker appears on the ledge, you can climb it with a short and smooth animation. With SkyClimb, you can also vault over fences, and all this combined just makes your character feel more agile and brings new possibilities to the game. Vampire Lines expansion makes fighting against these vampiric enemies more interesting and fresh after many years of playing Skyrim. Now there's a lot more variance to the same old lines they yell out all over and over again that you're just tired of hearing at this point. The provided 150 new combat lines give some new personality to vampires and makes the encounters more immersive as they vary between the situations at hand.
Now you're going to be sorry you crossed me, you...
From the optional files, you can download an Orc Vampire add-on to be able to find them out in the wild too. NPCs react to invisibility is another immersion mod adding new lines to the NPCs.
Come on, show yourself.
This time, they will actually react to you becoming invisible in front of them. I mean, that can't be so mundane that they don't even care, right? Well, with this mod, now they do, with almost 300 custom voiced reactions to going invisible and emerging from this condition.
Damn wizard, keep your spells off of me.
Good. I didn't really want to see you anyway.
Some NPCs might get scared, or they're confused, and some don't really care, but may just already know what you're doing, so they won't get too surprised.
What in the world? What manner of magic is this?
Environs, the Shrines of Talos, is an immersion mod that dynamically changes the environment when real things happen in the world and time passes on. This entry to the Environs mod series focuses on the Shrines of Talos, as in vanilla, nothing happens to them even if the Empire wins the Civil War, and in Markarth, Temple of Talos stays closed even if Stormcloaks claim victory. This is one example of how the mod works. If the Empire wins the Civil War, Windhelm's Temple of Talos will be abandoned, as the priests have fled and now reside in a hidden refuge somewhere in the Rift, worshipping Talos from a secure place. This mod makes these places of Talos worship feel real, and it is such a great improvement to the Civil War side of the game. There are also new NPCs, priests, worshippers, and Falmer agents with voice lines.
Falmer everywhere, dragging people off for honoring our own gods.
Indeed. Trees. They're beautiful here. Makes me miss my childhood.
I can't stress how immersive this mod is, and going with the same theme, let's look at more mods that change the environment of the game. Spaghetti Cities All-in-One is an all-in-one package of Spaghetti City overhauls that provide a lightweight, compatible, and performance-friendly overhaul to all of the cities of Skyrim. This mod gives the cities a much-needed visual overhaul by adding lore-friendly details all over them, strengthening their identity and theme, while still staying moderate with the added objects. Spaghetti Cities doesn't edit any vanilla records, like removing objects only adds new ones, so it's very safe and compatible with other mods. These added details make the vanilla cities come alive, but also make them seem like this is how they looked all along. This is a great mod for more minimalistic and performance-friendly Skyrim setups, and all in super convenient all-in-one. Unmarked Locations Pack is a mod that adds more than 50 new locations into the game for you to stumble upon. These locations might have some loot waiting for you, or maybe some sort of danger lurks there. You'll only know when you find them. These places feel very lore-friendly and add on to the visual storytelling of Skyrim in a natural way. This is a perfect mod for those who love exploring the land by walking, and it makes traveling without fast travel more enticing, as there might be new things to find. I love these sorts of mods, as they make the world feel more alive. Speaking of making the world feel more alive, Rin's Dragon Mounds collection does also precisely that. This mod overhauls all of the 22 Dragon Burial Mound locations, updating Skyrim's world space one by one with these improved sites. With this mod, these historical dragon mounds get renewed with old structures and adding enemies, loot and camps by them, making them more interesting to explore. Rin's Dragon Mount collection makes Skyrim's landscape more interesting too, and now these dragons' final resting places feel even more mythical all around the province. We are now going back to the cities. The final mod of this category is of course JK's Outskirts collection. I dedicated a video for these mods earlier, so go check that out later if you're interested in seeing them in a more detailed fashion. These JK's Outskirts mods overhaul the immediate surroundings of major cities, making them appear full of life and giving the cities some much needed extra protection. The Whiterun outskirts are especially great, with these larger farms to feed the population with, and new buildings, even a tavern to spend the night in. These outskirts make the major cities of Skyrim feel more pronounced, more lively and detailed, and really just achieve to sell the importance of these settlements to the player, completing these cities in an immersive way. It's time to check out the top graphics mods of the year, but to be clear, excluding community shaders and ENB presets, as I have also covered them in my earlier video. Flame Atronach SE is a mod that redesigns this elemental Daedra creature. It still bears great resemblance to the original Flame Atronach design with all that female form, but it's daintier and I guess less threatening looking. Anyway, this design is great in terms of vision and execution, very high quality and tasteful, and it makes me want to go all in with conjuration magic. I think the Vanilla Flame Atronach is one of the best models in Vanilla Skyrim, but this mod really gives it a run for its money. From the same author, we have Spriggans SE. This mod redesigns these creepy nature's guardians in a similar fashion, making them even more unique looking. Now these Spriggans look really cool. They're less human-like and more one with nature. I absolutely adore the added spookiness. They look both vulnerable and dangerous at the same time. Really haunting and beautiful. This year, also the Falmer got an amazing replacer. Falmer Overhaul, new models and textures, replaces these descendants of the once living snow elves, making them appear super creepy, but all at the same time insanely high quality. They bear a great resemblance to the elves they once were. The details on their faces just remind you of that even now in their corrupted form. ElSopa Potions Redone breathes new life to the potions and flasks of Skyrim, remodeling and retexturing all of them. These new potions and poisons have intricate detailing on them, and they come in all shapes and sizes, bringing a ton of variety into the game. It just makes sense that the potions are in different bottles, right? These bottles are absolutely beautiful, and even more so when you get the ENB lights on them, which makes them emit ominous light. Rudy HQ, more dramatic Red Mountain Plume, makes this volcano look even more mighty with the upgraded fiery plume. The Red Mountain is a massive volcano in the island of Vardenfell that you can see from Solstheim. It was the highest peak in all of Tamriel until it catastrophically erupted in the 5th year of the 4th era, causing the island to be nearly uninhabitable, after which Throat of the World has been throned as the highest peak. Even now it still experiences eruptions, and this mod gives it the dramatic touch it needed. Let's escape the ash and wind of Solstheim to the lush forests of Falkreath. With Fabled Forests, you're able to ease out in the deep woodlands of Skyrim as it overhauls all the trees everywhere in the province. Fabled Forests doesn't only replace the trees, but it also adds a lot of them to the world, so it's now easier than ever to get lost in Skyrim. This mod performs delightfully well compared to other tree overhauls, and the landscape looks superb. What's there not to love? Statue of Kynareth adds this divine statue in Skyrim. She is the goddess of the heavens, the winds, the sea, the elements, and the unseen spirits of the air, and the statue reflects her nature with this tribute to her. She is holding a bird, standing on the clouds, wearing a flowy dress with a determined expression on her face. The Temple of Kynareth in Whiterun wouldn't be complete without this statue. Statue of Mara, on the other hand, replaces the statue of our Divine Mother, the goddess of love, fertility, agriculture, and compassion. This replacer makes her look more accepting, more nurturing, and more enchanting. These statues are simply a work of art and makes the Temple of Mara in Riften well worth visiting, even if you're not there with the intention of getting married to your Skyrim waifu or husbando. Now it's time to check out the best armor and weapons mods of the year, beginning with Moon Monk's Robes. It's a new Khajiit style light armor set with many alternate color options. The inspiration for this armor set comes from the ESO Elsewhere, expanding Khajiit influence in Skyrim. These robes work for both male and female characters of all races, and there is also support for weight sliders. Moon Monk's robes can be crafted by first acquiring the recipe book from the Khajiit caravan traders and crafting it with the glass-smithing perk. The additional color options range from beautiful vivid colors to an armor black as the night. The mask is the shining jewel of this mod with its beautiful details, and overall this armor set is among the best released this year. Wild Witch outfit is another craftable piece of armor, this time with a gorgeous witchy clothing style. This mod includes 7 pieces and 2 variations of the witch outfit for both male and female characters, and take a look at this, an incredible broomstick staff. The armor is very high quality with a great eye for detail. Look at these shoes and this corset, everything looks so clean and so pretty. With this mod, you'll achieve the classic witch look, and now all you need to do is to find a small cabin in the woods to live in with 10 cats and offer tea to unassuming travelers. Mythic Dawn Armor SE adds this Order of the Mythic Dawn cult-inspired armor into Skyrim. This cult worshipped the Daedric Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, and it was founded in the early 3rd era. This armor can be found as both heavy and light armor, and the set also includes a one-handed weapon. The armor is absolutely beautiful, very similar to the ones the cult members wear in Oblivion, but with a modern twist. Now this is a great attire to wear to slay an emperor. Colovian Prince Set is a mod that adds an Imperial-themed light armor set and also comes with a new one-handed weapon as well as a loading screen with lore. It seems like this illustration by Michael Kirkbride was the inspiration behind this armor set, or maybe Rislav Larik, who was a Colovian prince and later a king, but that's a story for another time. These knitted parts are my absolute favorite details on the mod, just look at these patterns. This gorgeous armor can be crafted with the Advanced Armor's smithing perk, and this armor can also be used on both male and female characters. Adventurer HTT SMP armor is another light armor that comes not with a weapon, but a backpack. This is just the type of a cozy light armor set that fits perfectly in Skyrim, and this backpack with all these small accessories on it make it even better for a traveler exploring the land. The little details on the belt too make it all more believable. All in all, this armor is a fantastic piece and fits for any explorer or hunter character, and is simply one of the best armors released the past year. It's now time to check out this year's best mods for NPCs. We'll begin with Elven Ears for Breton NPCs. This mod distributes 4 different Elven ear types to Breton NPCs, as this race of people have both Elven and human ancestry. In Skyrim, they look like any other people, as opposed to in ESO, where they actually do have pointed ears. With this mod, now you can right away differentiate Bretons from Nords or Imperials. Only now I learned that many of these characters are actually Breton. From the optional files, you can get equipable ears for your player character too. For NPC replacers, definitely the best back release this year is Dibella's Blessing. This mod overhauls 233 female NPCs in Skyrim with a really unique touch and style to them, well fitting in the game. Dibella's Blessing changes these women, both humans and elves, from the less appealing vanilla faces to be distinctive, beautiful, some less so, age-appropriate, all with realistic imperfections like birthmarks and scars. I want to give a special shout out to these particular characters' designs. Hermir Strongheart is a blacksmithing apprentice in Windhelm, and she looks young, wild, and tomboyish, a perfect fit for her personality and occupation. Lami owns her own alchemy shop in Morthal, and she has this amazing witchy look to her with her interesting lipstick choice and a headband made of a branch. Endori, on the other hand, is the snooty high elf shopkeeper at Solitude's Radiant Raiments, and she just looks the part perfectly. This mod is a shining jewel of Skyrim mods released this year, and next we have 2 other replacers from the same author. Sons of Nirn Whiterun is an NPC replacer for all those 42 male characters inhabiting Whiterun, from the respected members of society of the Cloud District to the companions and the regular townsfolk. Just like with Dibella's Blessing, these people are also incredibly realistic, and their appearance reflects on their voices, personalities, and occupations. This makes them super diverse and makes me somehow feel more compassion towards them, and I think this is an amazing thing such a mod can achieve. Next we have Blood and Ash, still from the same mod author, a female NPC replacer for both of the large DLCs, Dawnguard and Dragonborn, and you can choose which one to install if you don't want both for some reason. These new NPC appearances follow the same pattern of being highly realistic, having a lot of personality and fitting like a glove to these characters' personalities. These vampires from Dawnguard look super creepy and cool, and even their servant/victim is recreated, which is a great detail piece. The people living in Skull Village now look awesome. I can't deny that I'm completely in love with Freya. Children of the Pariah, an Orc NPC overhaul, is a fantastic mod to overhaul all Orc NPCs in the game. In this mod, the focus has been on creating connections among these people through their appearance, whether it's stronghold representation or familial ties. The orcs also look less like caricatures and more individual characters, and people with real backstories and history of their own. This overhaul makes these NPCs absolutely amazing, as they're these fearsome warriors, but at the same time won't go crazy with making them appear too polished or beautiful, as the author aims to stay true to the practical nature of orcs. The best quest mod of the year might not come as a surprise to you. Sirenroot, Deluge of Deceit is a thrilling story filled with interesting NPCs and well-written dialogue, challenging puzzles, and a lot of interesting mechanics and a level of exceptional quality that is not so common to come across in Skyrim quest mods. In this quest, you accept a job to dive into the Lake Hondrik, but the cavern collapses and you get trapped in these Aelid ruins. The eerie atmosphere and the environmental setting of these seemingly never-ending ruins are simply breathtaking, and the storyline captivates you and keeps you playing until the end. Speaking of the end, there are multiple endings and consequences to your actions. Very fast I found myself getting attached to these characters and being more careful to not get them killed.
What? How did we get separated? We weren't that far apart.
I'm bad at puzzles, so that was the main thing I was apprehensive about when going into this quest, but in the end, they left me feeling rewarded and proud of myself for completing them. I really appreciate the fine details on this quest mod, like the NPC's customized appearance, all the details on side quests, and especially the fact that there is a beautifully haunting soundtrack created specifically for this mod. Sirenroot, Deluge of Deceit, is unique and polished like no other, and if you yet haven't played it, I strongly urge you to do it. Do it now. Just bring your wetsuit and water-breathing potions. Thank you for watching the video. It's been an absolutely crazy year for Skyrim modding, and it just lights my heart up to see how well the mod community is thriving and still being innovative after so many years. This year has also been a very special one for myself, finally being active here on this channel and seeing how many people turn up regularly on the videos, it is just the best feeling ever. So thank you everyone, and cheers to the year gone and the year yet to come. If you'd like to help me create these videos, check out patreon.com/bardscollegegraduate and join the production crew and gain access to a private Discord server and extra BCG content. A huge shout out to my patrons, and especially Abeli, Octor Lucan, Jacob, Kiera, Ryan Ulrich and the Panicked Monk for going above and beyond. Thank you again for watching the video, take care and see ya!